After Kate Middleton announced her cancer diagnosis, a lot of people were curious about what type of cancer the Princess of Wales has. But Kensington Palace made it pretty clear it would not share a specific diagnosis, saying, "We will not be sharing any further private medical information. The Princess has a right to medical privacy, as we all do." Well, we do know that after much speculation, Her Royal Highness posted a video message after abdominal surgery and said that post-operation test results revealed cancer had been present. So joining me on the morning show is Dr. Husain Abbas, a board-certified surgeon who specializes in gastrointestinal diseases and cancers. Good morning. Thanks for being here. So one thing is that Princess Kate said she's undergoing preventative chemotherapy. And that term is a bit misleading because there really is no medical thing as preventative chemotherapy. I did some research, and the term is actually adjuvant chemotherapy. Could you kind of clarify things for us?
Correct, actually. Yeah, actually correct there, Bruce. You know, in this specific case, it's actually called adjuvant, which means after, we found out the tumor. Sometimes we give something called neoadjuvant, which is before, actually. So a diagnosis of a tumor is made, and then we give the chemotherapy up front. And then we, for example, operate and remove the tumor, and then they may even need to get what's, as you said, adjuvant, which is after the fact.
So you really can't prevent cancer. If there was a medication to prevent cancer, I mean, we would all be taking it. So whatever type of cancer, how was it likely discovered? In the tissue, the blood?
So as you said, she's young, and when you look at her, you go picture of health, running marathons, being very active, about 42 years old. Most likely she would have had some symptoms. So she would have had some kind of symptoms. It could have been abdominal pain, and maybe just feeling tired, just not feeling right. And that's what seems to have led to further investigations and tests, which led essentially to the operation. And obviously, she said major abdominal operation. So whatever this tumor is, it's within the abdominal cavity. And obviously, there are many organs there. And so that's why it's ripe for speculation.
So it's pretty typical that after that type of surgery, they do that kind of testing just to see if there is any type of cancer or other problems available.
Of course, anytime we take any type of tissue, even though we may look at it and say, and that's why what the surgeons looked at and said, this looks what we call benign. This doesn't look like anything. It looks like a tumor. And then you send it to the pathologist who looks at it and does more testing and tells you, actually, well, there may be some cancer cells here and there, or maybe this tumor was actually forming and developing into cancer.
Okay, so we don't know the staging. We don't know the type, as we said. So it's difficult to determine what type of chemotherapy Kate might be receiving. But it can come in many different forms.
That is correct, exactly. We don't know what it is, as you said. And as you said, she's getting adjuvant treatment. So it looks like the tumor was removed, the whole thing was removed. And it looks what we have clear margins. So that whole mass was removed. And now she's getting this treatment, which can come in pill forms, or it can come in infusion forms. So those are the two different types of chemotherapies that we have. Until we know what it is, we don't know what type of treatment she's actually having.
Okay, but we do know that she's a royal. People who go through chemotherapy, a lot of times they're in a public setting. Fact of the matter is that she's a royal, probably getting it privately to protect her privacy?
Correct, exactly. I mean, cancer is a very personal battle. So even though I'm sure they're saying, they're thrilled and they're very grateful for people, showing support, it is a very personal battle that people have, and there are a lot of ups and downs. It's really fighting with the unknown, especially nowadays, and so it's very difficult. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, and this psychological pressure that you have, and especially with her being in the public eye, is really it's intense. It's very, very intense, and that can actually have a significant effect on you mentally.
Can we glean anything from the timing of everything? I mean, she had the surgery in January. The treatment began sometime in February, and we're hearing that she may not be back in the public eye, assuming that everything goes well, until sometime after Easter, possibly April.
Correct. So basically what happens, when we have, I hate to have kind of like military terms, but really treatment for cancer nowadays is really like cluster bombs. We really throw this big kind of like chemotherapeutics at the cancer. So they really target the very active cells.
They bombard it.
Absolutely, they bombard it. And so a lot of innocent, cells will also die. Hair, so that's why people's hair fall. That's why people's nails don't fall off, or they don't grow well. And there are a lot of abnormalities. So if you're in the public eye, you can imagine what the toll that takes on you and the pressure that's going to be. Well, is she looking good? Is this cancer advancing? And these could be just the side effects of the chemotherapy. So my guess is obviously they want her to recuperate and recover from that as well, let alone the fatigue that you can get after undergoing chemotherapy. So all of these factors, that's why they're pushing it out, and I'm guessing this is probably going to even pushed out further because it depending on how well you feel. The good thing is that she's young, and so she has a good physiological capacity to really fight this and hopefully get over it fast.
We all know how society is these days. You know, people see a picture, and even knowing the realities that chemo takes, they'll look and they go, oh, she doesn't look good. Look at this. She lost her hair. She did this and that. And people will speculate. There'll be these conspiracy theories. And that's the last thing that Palace wants. That's the last thing that Kate Middleton and her family need.
Exactly. She has a young family. I think that's what really need to look at. You know, that pressure on you, it's very unhealthy, especially from a psychological standpoint.
And that's why the Palace said, look, we've got to respect their privacy, which we will do. And like the rest of the world, we certainly send our best wishes to them. Dr. Abbas, thank you very much for giving us some perspective about what the Middleton family is going through and what Kate Middleton is facing these days. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Jen.